Just look at them fall colors. Hi, this is Alicia with Falcone Family Farm. You might remember a little bit ago I did a video called We Got a Bus, and that was because my car had exploded while we were visiting family in Utah, and we decided to go with the bus because that's something we were looking to go ahead and do, and you know, it made sense to put money towards that instead of a new car, and we did have a backup vehicle back at home. So we drove the bus, and at the time we did have the goats with us back home, and then I haven't really done a video since on it, but we about midsummer did start working on it, started pulling out the seats, and now we're trying to rush and get it ready in the next 3 weeks here so that we can go and go down south. So we'd been trying to get a school bus for a couple of years and then just couldn't afford it at the time. So last year we finally were able to go ahead and get it, or we were kind of forced into getting one, but I think we got it at just the right time when the prices were just right, because now with COVID and everything, they seem to be, it's harder to get a hold of them. The whole Schoolie generation has taken off, and there's a lot of people after them to travel and such. I had a lot of family telling us that we should get an RV, but we liked that a bus is cheap up front for the vehicle, and you can build it however you want to do it. And luckily I have a husband who knows how to do it all, and so he's able to do the electric and building, and I'm going to help out everywhere that I can. But the reason we want to do the bus is when my husband and I first met, we did a bunch of traveling our first year of knowing each other before we got the property here and started doing homesteading. And you know, that's what we wanted to do. We loved it, but then we realized we're not able to go on a vacation without paying somebody to watch the animals, feed the animals. And so what we were actually going to do is build out this bus to where we can take the animals with us. It did mean downsizing a bit so that we have a more manageable number that'll fit on the bus with us. But the game plan is that during the summer we'll be here on the property, and we'll do the gardening. The goats can have their babies. We're gonna be hatching chickens and such, and just work the property in the summertime. And then in the winter time, the plan is to beat the snow and finish up everything, and then we're just going to travel all winter. And it's going to be an interesting, fun thing to do. Right now the bus is definitely not built out for it. We're trying to get it to at least where the animals have their pens and stuff ready, and then we're going to book it to Utah before we get a bunch of snow and try to start building it out at my mother-in-law's house back in Utah. I can go ahead and show you the bus though and what it looks like right now. I will do videos as we build it out and show you the progress on it, but let me show you what it looks like right now, kind of what our thoughts are on the floor plans and such, and go from there. So like I said, not much to look at right now. It's a little bit messy still. Tomorrow we go shopping and buy some more things that we need to start building stuff out and getting things ready. We got all the seats out except for one. We left one because we thought maybe we'd have it for a little bit, but all we did was grind the bolts off. It was a pain in the butt to try and, you have to have basically somebody underneath the bus while somebody's on the top to hold the bolts. So we just ground those off, and this front area will be our area, and then where you see these two boards right here, we are going to be building a wall that'll separate us from the animals. And you can see the door back there is from a previous trailer that we had that we've just been parting out, and so that will go here. And we do have a wheelchair lift, and that is going to be how we are getting the goats and animals in and out without having to walk them through our area. It does work. Right here will be the space for the goats. We're going to be getting hog paneling tomorrow and starting to get that situated. We will have the bathroom here in the animal side. It just, space-wise, was the thing to put over here. And we'll have the rabbit cages set up over here. That 2x4 is, let's see, I have a mark right there, a little piece of tape. We're going to be making a stand that goes over the wheel well that the cages will stand on. So it's going to be 3 cages lengthwise, and then we're stacking with 2 cages on top. So we'll have 6 cages for our breeders. And then the chickens are going to get the backside there. And so I've already started building nesting boxes. I want to have a platform that kind of splits so we have 2 levels, because we have our older birds and then we have some younger birds, and they're still kind of figuring out their pecking order. So I have figured out how I want to design this to where the chickens, the smaller ones, are able to get away from the bigger ones. So I'm excited for that. Again, we should be starting to work on that over the weekend. And then there's going to be our area. I want a nice big kitchen, so basically this whole entire side here is going to be washing machine, countertop, stove, refrigerator. We're just going to use the fridge that we already have in our trailer because it's still pretty new, it works great, and it was expensive. So, and then we'll have a desk area, futon / bed, and then this will just be kind of an open area because we do have our daughter. We do have a cot that we purchased for her, so she will be, we'll set up the cot for her at night. And then during the day, to make space, we will tuck it away. And we're going to have plenty of shelves on the upper portions. My husband's already gotten started with taking out wiring that's not necessary, so we don't have that extra weight holding us down. And yeah, that's pretty much it for here right now. Like I said, I will continue to update you as we start getting things situated. About a week before we're trying to fly out of here, I need to start getting the animals used to being on here before they hear the big scary engine coming on and freaking them out that way. Like I said, the goats have been on this bus once already. We just had to put a tarp kind of in the center. I believe they were right here. Just put a tarp in the center with some bedding and just kind of tied them up the best we could so they weren't walking all over the place. And it was kind of interesting. They weren't too thrilled about it, but they did settle in eventually because it's a 10-hour drive. So it's kind of hard to be stressed out for that long. But we definitely want to make it as easy a transition as possible, especially as we did just barely breed our goats. In fact, my buck kept me up all night because I could hear him pawing away, wanting to get in with the girls. So this morning I let him on in and took out Ebony, who's his daughter, and so we didn't want him to breed her. And he bred Roca, and he already got Kiddo about a week ago. And then Ebony was in heat today as well, so I had to hurry and drive her over to another stud. In fact, I'm expecting that stud's owner to come over tonight because she has a doe that she wants to breed to our stud before we go ahead and sell him. Since we do have his daughter, I figure it's about time we just get a new buck next year. So, but yeah, that's about it on the bus. I guess another reason I forgot to mention for why we're trying to rush off now as soon as we can is that I got a 1-year-old little girl, and we have a small house and she loves to be outside. So getting stuck here all winter where it gets to the lower teens, if not single digits, sometimes -degree temperatures. I don't want to have her locked in the house. She will be very unhappy. And so it'd be nice to just go where it's not going to have any snow and be nice temperatures. So she's going to love it too. So it's going to be a busy next few weeks trying to get this bus ready for the critters, and so we can try to get out of here before it snows, because I definitely do not want to be on the roads up here when it's snowing, because it can get pretty nasty. And we'll just have to look forward to videos of us traveling down south to Nevada, Arizona, Texas, anywhere on the west coast down south where it's nice and warm. And it'll be a learning thing for us, and building the bus out, and I'll share videos on how that goes. And hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time. Hey girlies. Apparently you're still driving Domino crazy. You going crazy for those girls? You already got her this morning. And you can't have your daughter.